Another day of Chicago Bears mandatory minicamp is in the books, and let's talk about everything that happened. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears offseason update video. The Bears are currently in mandatory minicamp. You're required to attend these practices, and it seems like, according to Ben Johnson, everybody has been attending. So love to see that high attendance in the first year of Ben Johnson's time coaching here in Chicago. And I'm just going to get started with the updates, guys. I don't want to waste too much time talking. There have not been a whole lot of updates the last couple days, so I'm only going to make these videos when there are a good amount of updates to talk about, and combining the last 2 days of practice into this video right here. And, you know, obviously I do want to point out as well, it's only minicamp, it's only practice. You can only take so much away from these practices. At this point, Bears fans just want to see the real thing actually work. We've been hyped about practice in the past, but we want to see, you know, real good football being played, and the Bears, you know, start to win games. But, you know, I'm still going to do these practice updates for those that want to hear about what happened. And starting with the updates, there was a lot of situational football being practiced today in minicamp. They were practicing in the red zone, you know, certain downs and certain yardage, you know, practicing what they would do in those scenarios. And I love that they're doing that, because the Bears were horrible in situational football last year in terms of, you know, using your timeouts correctly. We saw what happened on Thanksgiving last year when Matt Eberflus and Caleb Williams too, you know, did not call that timeout at the end. But most of the blame, in my opinion, still goes to Eberflus for that, because he was the head football coach with a rookie quarterback. But regardless, our whole team was just undisciplined and unprepared for situational football. So I'm glad that Ben Johnson is stressing those details in practice right now. And he is a stickler for detail, guys. According to all reports, he's been really hyper and eager about getting each detail correct. He's yelling at guys, he's making them do stuff over and over again until he's satisfied with the level of detail shown on each play. So it's really nice to have a head coach now that's preaching that meticulous detail on every single play. Getting into some more details, so when they practiced the 2-minute drill, the Bears' first team offense successfully completed a 94-yard 2-minute drill versus the defense. The drive ended on a touchdown pass from Caleb Williams to Kyle Monangai. He also made a nice throw on the run to Olamide Zaccheaus for about 36 yards. Jonathan Owens did almost pick him off twice. One he dropped and another he got his hands on, but it was a tough play. And Ben Johnson also said the defense has gotten the better of the offense in the 2-minute drills so far. But again, it is early. You know, early on, the defense does usually get the better of the offense. But it seems like Caleb and the offense did find some success today. But yeah, guys, I'd love to see that Kyle Monangai got involved in the action. He was a 7th round pick by the Bears this year, and a guy that some people thought could go earlier. The running back class was very deep this year. I thought the Bears would select running back earlier, but they got Monangai in round 7. He had a fantastic career in college football. So I love he's already getting started on the action early. I mean, if Caleb and Monangai can develop a nice connection, you know, he could be involved in this Bears RB rotation pretty early. I mean, we don't have a stud at running back at this point in time. DeAndre Swift was not really good last year. I mean, I know that the offensive line was not good either, but he was very inefficient. Roschon Johnson barely got much of an opportunity last year, but he also struggled with efficiency. And again, the O-line was bad, so that plays into it. But I'm just trying to say, like, Monangai could steal some carries away from Swift or Roschon if he does have good practices and good training camp, because like Ben Johnson said, there is no depth chart at this point in time. Everybody has to earn their way to getting more snaps, getting more playing time. I mean, I'm sure obviously Caleb Williams is going to be QB1, like that's not going to change, but everywhere else, like, there is no depth chart at this point in time, especially at running back, where both of our starting running backs last year struggled. I'm a big fan of Monangai, and, you know, I'm curious to see if he can earn some starting snaps on this Bears team, or at least some, you know, rotation snaps. Clay Harbor also said that Kyle Monangai had an excellent practice today, catching the football and making some nice plays. Very impressive for a rookie. Guys got some juice. I'd love to see Kyle Monangai keep on stringing together good practices, because he has a lot of all-around talent as a running back. He was supremely productive in college football. He was a very good pass protector. He was very good as a pass catcher, running in between the tackles. He runs angry. I mean, he could be a big boost to the Chicago Bears offense. So hopefully he keeps on having these good practices. And Caleb also had a pretty good practice today. Clay Harbor said that he had a very nice practice. He hit some big throws, and we got to see his legs in move the ball period scrambling for some first downs. Nice growth from day 1 to 2. And look, guys, it's going to be a process for Caleb. I don't expect him to have full command of the offense in week 1 even. It's probably going to take, a couple months into the season, but I still think we can win a lot of games while we wait for this offense to really thrive at its peak. It's not going to be instant, obviously. Like any new offense takes some time to install, but even if Caleb makes mistakes, I think we can win games with those mistakes because we have afforded him the opportunity to make mistakes with how stacked of a supporting cast we have for this young quarterback. We have a solid offensive line, really good playmakers. If you look at our defense, adding Dennis Allen, adding more talent to the D-line, this is a very solid supporting cast around Caleb. So even if he does throw a pick here or there or misses some guys, I still think we're going to be a very explosive offense even early in the season. And later in the season, hopefully it's going to be even better. Switching over to the offensive line, I do want to talk about Ozzy Trapilo, our second round pick from this year, the left tackle. And according to Clay Harbor, he said that Ozzy was back with the ones today and had a very nice practice. The pads aren't on, obviously, but guy looks uncommon for a rookie. Reminds me of Ryan Ramczyk as a rookie when I was with the Saints, how he fits in so quickly. Because of Braxton Jones being injured, and I'm not sure when Braxton is coming back, hopefully it's for week 1, but because of Braxton being injured, it seems like Ozzy is getting a lot of the starting snaps right now at this point in time. Kieran got some too, but seems like Ozzy has been with the ones pretty frequently, and it seems like he's making the most out of this opportunity. Ozzy was viewed by many draft analysts as one of the more pro-ready prospects at the left tackle spot, so he is ready to, contribute right away. Now, obviously, going from college to the NFL is a totally different beast. The level of competition is supremely different, but if Ozzy does have what it takes to fill in while Braxton is gone, or maybe even beat out Braxton Jones, which that's getting way too ahead of myself, but it's also not impossible, right? I mean, Ozzy was drafted higher than Braxton was. Braxton was a 5th round pick. And look, Braxton has proven to be at least an average left tackle, which it's hard to find even average left tackle. So I'm not trying to diss Braxton, but maybe there is a world in which Ozzy beats out Braxton and becomes the tackle of the future for the Chicago Bears if he does have that higher ceiling than Braxton Jones. And Braxton is also on the last year of his contract, so if we can get some production out of Ozzy, if he can even be, an average tackle in his first year, which, again, that's hard to do, okay? Not many tackles coming out of the NFL draft turn out to be average tackles, but if Ozzy can be that, that would be a very good thing for the Chicago Bears because we could save money from not having to re-sign Braxton Jones, and, we would get a left tackle with maybe a higher ceiling than Braxton Jones had. But again, a lot has to happen for that to even be a conversation. But so far, really good practices out of Ozzy Trapilo. And lastly, I want to end this video by talking about DJ Moore and the impact that Ben Johnson's coaching has already had on him. So he was asked about the body language issues that he kind of displayed last year. A lot of people brought up that DJ Moore did not seem the most enthused on some of these plays in terms of blocking responsibilities and just sometimes being frustrated with the offense because of how bad it was. But it seems like DJ Moore already gets what Ben Johnson wants out of this team because he said that Ben Johnson told him just don't do it in terms of the body language. And Ben Johnson was straight and upfront about that. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He told him his body language was not good last year. He saw that on tape, and he's going to have better body language this year if he does want to, keep on getting the snaps and keep on getting the playing time on this team. And DJ Moore seems to have taken that advice very, very well. I mean, DJ Moore is a professional. I know that some Bears fans were frustrated with him last year, but he's still by far the most proven receiver we have on this team right now. I like Roma Dunze, but he's still a work in progress. He has high potential, but he hasn't put it all together just yet. It's still very, very early, and Luther Burden is a rookie. So DJ Moore is our most proven weapon on this team at this point in time. And if Ben Johnson can get him integrated and focused in this offense, the Bears offense is going to be so deadly in 2025. But leave your comments down below, guys. What do you guys think about the updates in practice today? I'll be back with more updates if there's anything major to report tomorrow or this weekend. I'm going to be gone for about 2 weeks for a Europe trip. So there's going to be a break in videos during that time period. But rest assured, when training camp starts back up, I'll be having those daily videos out for you guys. And I'll also be having more discussion videos out for you guys before then as well. But leave your comments down below, guys. As always, bear down.